Chapter 6 Execution from Analysis to Action. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our FTM journey. I hope you've been practicing what we've learned because today I need to share something that might be uncomfortable but absolutely crucial. Picture this: you're watching two people learn to drive, both studied the manual perfectly, both knew every traffic rule, and both can explain how a car works in great detail. But when it comes to actually driving, one person smoothly navigates through the traffic while the other freezes at the first intersection despite knowing exactly what to do. What's the difference? Execution under pressure. And here's the hard reality about trading. I met brilliant analysts who could read charts like poetry but would not pull the trigger when it mattered. I've also met average analysts who consistently made money because they had iron discipline when executing their plans. Today we are bridging that gap between knowing and doing. This is chapter 6, execution. And by the end of this lesson, you have a bulletproof system for turning your beautiful FDM analysis into real profits even when your heart is racing and your palms are sweating. Main content, the moment of truth. Think about a surgeon in an operating room. They studied for years, practiced on cadavers, observed and noticed procedures, but the moment they hold the scalpel over a living patient, that's when everything changes. The knowledge is the same, but now there are real consequences. That's execution in trading. It's the moment when your demo confidence meets real money pressure. When theory faces the chaos of live markets. When perfect analysis meets imperfect human emotions. Here's what most traders don't understand. Execution isn't about clicking buy or sell. It's about creating a system so robust that your emotions can't sabotage your success. It's about building habits so strong that you do the right thing even when every fiber of your being wants to do something else. The checklist feature. Let me share something that transformed my trading. Treating each day like a pilot treats each flight. To see commercial pilots perform the same exact pre-flight checklist every single time, whether it's their first flight or their thousandth, whether it's a beautiful sunny day or a stormy night. Why? Because your life depends on it. In training, your financial life depends on it. Imagine your pilot about to take off. You don't just jump in the cockpit and hope for the best. You systematically check every instrument, every system, every detail. That's exactly what we're going to do with your trading. Your daily trading ritual. First, chart cleanup. Think of this like clearing the fog of your windshield before driving. Remove all the old lines, old ideas, old bias from yesterday. Start fresh. Keep only the levels that matter right now, today. Second, mark your key levels. Imagine you're a ship captain marking dangerous rocks on your map. Highlight only 1, 2, 3 truly meaningful levels from daily or weekly charts. Not 10, not 15. Ones that could sink your ship if you ignore them. Third, define your daily bias. This is like choosing your destination before starting a journey. Are you looking to buy today, sell today, or just observe? This becomes your North Star when the markets get chaotic. Fourth, check the economic calendar. Picture this like checking the weather before a picnic. You need to know if there's a storm coming, major news that could ruin your plans. Fifth, choose your session. Remember our one session rules. This is like choosing which shift to work. Are you the morning person who trades London or the afternoon person who focuses on New York? Finally, set your intention. This is the most crucial part. Look yourself in the mirror and commit. I will only trade setups that meet all my criteria. I will not post trades. I will not let FOMO before me. This ritual isn't just busy work. It's psychological armor that protects you from your own worst impulses. Now let me introduce you to what I call the 4 walls rule. Imagine you're building a home and you need all 4 walls to be solid before you can live in it safely. Miss one wall and the whole structure becomes dangerous. In the FDM execution, we have 4 walls that must be solid before we enter any trade. Wall number 1, level. Price must be at a significant higher time frame level. Think of this like building your house on solid foundation rock, not shifting sand. If price is just floating in the middle of nowhere, with non-significant level nearby, you don't have wall 1. Wall 2, structure. The market structure must support your directional idea. This is like making sure the building materials can actually support the weight of your house. If you are trying to go long but the structure is screaming sell, your wall 2 is cracked. Now wall number 3, time. You must be trading during favorable session conditions. It's like trading trying to build during a hurricane versus on a calm day. If you're trying to execute during lunch hour or low volume periods, your wall 3 is missing. Wall 4, alignment. All time frames must tell the story. This is like having all electrical, plumbing, and structural systems working together harmoniously. If your daily chart says buy, but your hourly chart says sell, your wall 4 has a massive hole in it. The rule is unforgiving. Even if one wall is compromised, you don't enter the trade. Period. No exceptions. No, this time is different. No, I have a good feeling about this one. No, no. Here's something that will save you countless losing trades. Understanding that each trading session has a distinct personality, just like people you know, and just like you wouldn't ask your quiet, analytical friend to lead a party, you shouldn't ask every session. Let me introduce you to all session characters. London Open is like an energetic friend who bursts through the door and immediately starts rearranging furniture. High energy, dramatic moves, lots of noise. This is breakout territory, but beware. This friend also loves practical jokes, stop hunts, perfect for trend continuation trades, but you need to stay alert. London lunch is like a sleepy uncle after a big meal, low energy, barely moving, might doze off at any moment. This is not the time to start new adventures. Use this time to analyze, plan and prepare, but don't expect any excitement. New York Open is like the decisive friend who shows up fashionably late but immediately takes charge of the situation. The idol completely agree with what London started, how they politely but firmly change the entire direction of the evening. This is where the London idea gets confirmed or rejected. London pose is like a responsible friend who starts cleaning up the party and sending people home, profit-taking mode. Winding down energy often reverses whatever craziness happened earlier. Wait for reversal trades if you have strong alignment. Key insight, dance with a partner in front of you. Don't try to force a waltz with someone who wants to tango. Before we dive into the specific entry types, let me ask you something. Thinking about your recent trades, how many times did you try to force London style records during London Lunch, New York Lunch, delicate retracement entries during the chaos of London Open? Be honest, we've all done it. The 3 doors to profit. Now let me show you the 3 types of entries we use in FTM. Think of these as like 3 different doors into the same building. Each door requires different keys, different timing, and different preparation. Door number 1, the breakout entry. The bulldozer. The approach, imagine you're trying to get through a brick wall. The breakout entry is like bringing a bulldozer. When it works, spectacular and decisive. When price breaks through a major level with conviction, especially during high volume sessions, you're riding the bulldozer through the wall. Picture your USD grinding game 1.200 resistance for weeks. Asian session keeps testing it gently, like tapping the wall with a hammer. The London session opens with fresh news, volume explodes, and price doesn't just break 1.2, it smashes through it like it was made of paper and keeps running to 1.2050. That's your bulldozer moment. You enter after a decisive break. It has strong close beyond the level during peak liquidity hours. Sometimes what looks like a bulldozer is actually just a toy truck that bounces right off the ball. These are the fake outs that catch eager breakout traders. Door number 2, the retracement entry. The patient hunter, this is my personal favorite. It's like being a patient hunter waiting. You know the animal's price will come to drink it, test the level, and you wait for the perfect shot, entry signal. Picture this, Euro USD in a beautiful uptrend, breaking higher highs and higher lows. Price rallies from 1.1800 to 1.1950 that pulls back to test the previous resistance at 1.1900, which should now act as support. You don't chase the rally at 1.1950, instead you wait patiently for the price to come back at your level at 1.1900. When it arrives, you watch for rejection signals. Maybe a hammer candle, maybe a strong bounce, maybe a retest that holds perfectly, and then you enter knowing you're getting a much better price than the chase, the breakout crowd. The beauty, better risk-reward ratios, and you avoid the exhaustion of constantly chasing moves. The challenge, you need to wait. Patience and confidence to wait, while others are making money on their initial move. Door number 3, the reversal entry, the contrarian master. This is the rarest and most selective entry type Like being a master chess player who can see 10 moves ahead, while everyone is focused on the current position. You are essentially saying, I know everyone thinks this market is going up, but I can see it's about to change direction. Imagine gold has been rallying for 3 weeks, straight from 1800 to 1950. Everyone's bullish. Social media is full of gold to the moon posts, and your neighbors just ask how to buy gold. Price reaches a ma- Price reaches a major weekly resistance at 1950 that has been respected for months. But instead of another strong rally candle, you see a shooting star doji. The 4-hour chart shows a double top. The momentum is clearly weakening. New York session opens, and instead of fresh buying, you see heavy selling pressure. This is your reversal setup, but only all dimensions align perfectly. You're not just trading against the recent trend, but you're identifying the exact moment where that trend is likely to change. The key way to reversals, they must meet the strictest criteria because you're swimming against the current. Most reversal attempts fail, so you only take the absolute cream of the crop. Execution checklist, your safety net. Think of this checklist like the safety protocol at a nuclear power plant. Every single item must be checked, verified, and confirmed before you proceed. Miss one item and you could have a meltdown. Before every trade, you must verify it. Number 1, higher time frame bias clearly defined. It's like knowing which direction the river flows before you try to swim across it. Price at meaningful higher time frame levels, like make sure you're fishing in the right spot, not in an empty part of the ocean. Mid time frame structure supports your direction. Number 3, make sure mid time frame structure supports your direction, like checking that the bridge can support your weight before you cross it. Number 4, low time frame provides trigger signal, like waiting for the traffic light to turn green before you drive through the intersection. Number 4, session timing favorable, like choosing to have your outdoor wedding on a sunny day, not during a thunderstorm. No major news events imminent, like checking that there's no earthquake predicted before you start building your house. Documented with entry, stop, and target, like having a map, compass, and emergency supplies before you go hiking in the wilderness. If any box remains unchecked, you break. The market will always provide another opportunity, but drone accounts don't come back to life. Let me give you a simple decision tree that removes emotion from the equation entirely. If higher time frame bias aligns with the level you're watching, and mid time frame and structure confirms your directional idea, and structure timing is favorable for your entry type, and lower time frame shows green trigger signal, green trigger signal, then enter the trade, or else skip it and wait for the next opportunity. It's that simple. Emotion doesn't get a vote, hope doesn't get a vote, fear doesn't get a vote, only the checklist gets a vote. The beauty of no trade days. Here's something that separates professionals from gamblers: celebrating no trade days just as much as profitable trading days. Think of no trade days like a professional athlete's rest days. The athlete doesn't feel guilty about resting. They understand that rest is part of peak performance. Similarly, no trade days aren't failures. They're evidence of discipline. Use quiet days for sharpening your tools, reviewing your journal, updating your key levels, studying the market behavior, or simply stepping away to gain a fresh perspective. A surgeon doesn't feel bad about not operating when there are no patients who need surgery. Remember, consistency is built as by what you don't do as by what you do. Let me share a story that illustrates the perfect FDM execution. Last month, I was watching Pound USD approaching a major weekly level at 1.3000. That had been respected for months. My daily bias was bearish because of the overall trend. I needed the right setup. During Asian session, the price tested 1.3000 and got rejected, but it was low volume, saw me price action. I waited. During London Open, price spiked above 1.300 to 1.3015. Classic stop hunt. Many traders would have chased the breakout, but my checklist saved me. The break wasn't clean, volume was suspicious, and the 4-hour structure was showing divergence. Then during the London New York overlap, price came back down to retest 1.300 from above. This time it formed a perfect shooting star candle with strong rejection. All 4 dimensions aligned. Level, major weekly resistance, structure, clear rejection at key level, time, high volume overlap session, alignment, all time frames showing daily thickness. I entered short at 1.2995 with a stop at 1.3025 and target at 1.2900. The trade ran perfectly, hitting my target within 6 hours. The key, I waited for all dimensions to align, even though I had to watch price dance around my level for 12 hours. Patience paid off with a perfect 1-3 risk reward trade. Let me access the demons that destroy most traders' execution. The boredom demon whispers, just take this trade. You've been watching for hours. Combat combat this by having other activities during quiet periods. Read, exercise, learn something new, or play games. Before more demon screams, everyone else is making money on this move. Remember there are infinite opportunities, but only one account to protect. The revenge demon snarls. You need to make back that loss immediately. This is how small losses become account killers. Take a break after losses. The perfectionist demon claims this setup. This setup is it. The perfectionist demon claims this setup isn't exactly perfect. No setup ever is. When all four dimensions align reasonably well, you have enough edge to proceed. The overconfidence demon boasts, you're so good at this, you don't need the checklist. This demon has destroyed more good traders than any. Always follow your process. Let's recap this crucial lesson on turning analysis into action. We learned that execution is where the theoretical knowledge meets real world pressure. Pre-trade we established a pre-trade ritual that acts as psychological armor against emotional decision making. We discovered that the four-wall rule that ensures every dimension aligns before entry. We explored the personalities of different trading sessions and learned to match our tactics to each session's character. We covered the three types of entries: breakout, retracement, and reversal, each requiring different keys to unlock profits. Most importantly, we created a systematic approach that removes emotion from trading decisions through checklists, decision trees, and strict discipline. You know what's incredible? You now have something most traders never develop: a bridge between knowing what to do and actually doing it under pressure. You're not hoping anymore, you're not guessing anymore, and you're certainly not letting emotions drive your decisions anymore. Your homework this week: practice the pre-trade ritual every single day, even if you don't take any trades. Get comfortable with the four walls rule and the execution checklist. Most importantly, start celebrating your no trade days as victories in your discipline. In our final lesson, we'll cover risk management, how to protect your capital so you can stay in the game long enough for your edge to play out. You've built something truly special here. Keep practicing, stay disciplined, and remember, execution separates the dreamers from the achievers. I'll see you in our final lesson.